is 6:30. Start our meeting. Open up the January 5th Board of Selectmen meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I hope everybody's having in a happy and healthy as possible new year this past week. And if I hear any of you sniffle and cough, I'm gonna step 6 feet back.
Coming in from
Step
cold.
6 feet back.
Knock on wood, been able to avoid all this stuff, so.
I'm definitely sniffling.
We'll start with the manifests.
I will make a motion to approve the accounts payable of 12/22 and January 5th, and the payroll of 12/23 and January 6th.
I'll second it.
Whoever seconds it?
I heard Steve first. A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Hold on. Yep, the minutes, I'm sorry. Motion carries. Approval of minutes from 12/8, 12/15, 12/15.
I did have one change to the minutes, the 12/15 minutes. On line 105. It says Sue, whatever, question mark, should be Levinson.
Levinson.
That was the only change I had.
We had really more of a question on the December 8th, line 38. It's dealing with the library parking lot. It says there's now a hole that's spreading across the 3 parking lots.
I didn't kind of remember that
I
either,
don't know
but
about that hole and
I don't know about
the 3 parking lots.
right.
I don't really know how to correct it, but I know there are 3 parking lots.
We don't have to,
Right.
we can ask for clarification from the recording.
Thanks. That was it for me. I'm assuming.
Those are the 12/8 minutes.
So do we not approve those or?
Yeah, we don't approve those until we get clarification.
Okay, so we'll look for clarification on the 12/8 minutes. Was it the 8th or the 1st? I thought.
You said
Okay.
12/8.
12/8. Line.
Um,
38.
All right, so I will make a motion to approve the 12/15 minutes with the one change for Levinson.
I'll second that.
a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I will make a motion to approve the non-public minutes of 12/15 with no changes.
Second that.
A motion and a second.
Aye.
Aye.
I will abstain. Motion carries. Committees, departments. We'll start with you, Mr. Welch.
Yeah, everything seems to be going well. Recycling center seems to be doing fine. Recreation is almost completed their grant application, so everything's going good there. I'm sure they're looking forward to, or looking happy to have a little slump here before get back into a busy season for them, so. That's about all I have to report.
Okay.
I was thinking that the planning board didn't meet since our last meeting, but
I think,
maybe we did.
did you meet after the 15th?
I
We met
don't
the
remember.
17th.
We must have met the 17th, but I don't remember anything specific
Outstanding.
or outstanding. Our next meeting's not till next week. So we must have just gone over more of the, change zoning article changes mostly.
So there are gonna be some proposed changes for
Yes,
this one.
definitely proposed warrant article change and warrant articles for zoning.
Mhm.
Some of the stuff is state mandated and things like that, so.
Yeah.
Try and minimize that as far as spacing, which is tough.
Well, I think last year, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, would this be a good time to mention that people can look at those zoning changes by signing up for?
We will have hearings on them There has to be 2 hearings on them, and they are coming up actually, this next Thursday may be the first hearing for some of them.
Because something came into my email today, I'm signed up for the Nixle system, what used to be known as the Nixle system. And I just wanted to let people know that if they'd like to sign up to get, minutes and information, they can go to www.nottingham-nh.gov/subscribe, and they can sign up for minutes, information. And today there was zoning change information put out by I assume our TA.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so again, it's right on the front page of the town website. It's down on the left-hand side. I suggest that everybody subscribe to that because you can get accurate information from that instead of from Facebook. And
Again, this is on the town website, right?
it's on the town website, right, www.nottingham-nh.gov/subscribe. And you can sign up to get any minutes, agendas, information, and today I got all the information about proposed zoning changes.
So, and you have to sign up for each thing specifically, because if you're just already signed up for Nixle and you get the alerts about
Thank you, exactly.
the road
Police.
closures from the police and stuff, that's a whole different sign up, but it comes through the same interface.
It's a whole new thing and should really help communication so people can get accurate information and be prepared for deliberative session and elections.
And you can choose to be notified by a text, email, both.
Yeah, it's a great system. It really is.
No, I missed it. What are the things coming up with the zone?
There's a meeting
Meeting
the
this
14th,
next
Wednesday, January 14th.
next week, next Wednesday.
What's the focus of that?
I believe it's the initial hearing on some of the proposed zoning changes.
Oh, good, it's an important meeting then, obviously.
Yeah, they're all important, but it's the
I hope
second
you
one
appreciate
it's the second one that, that becomes more important, but there's always 2 hearings for those zoning changes.
So this is the second one, the first one was when?
This is the first one for
Next week's
some
the
of them.
first.
We had some of them, the first hearing was that was the previous meeting, must have been. So which I thought was actually before a select board meeting, but it must have been after. So it was a first hearing on some of those changes.
So this is the second hearing then?
No, it's still gonna be first hearing on other changes.
Oh, okay. Phew.
And then so I think the spacing
It's
issue
just-
with the ballots
Right,
was because of what was presented in the
Last-
hearing.
right. Last year, the spacing took up a ton of spacing, made the election voting machine slow down.
But we didn't have to, and the only reason we had to include all of that information is because there was additional information that didn't necessarily be
Right,
required to be included in the ballot, so.
correct.
I know that Alan's on top of it to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Right, there's a lot of info.
And it's confusing, because you have to make sure that it's the way it's presented, and there's certain things that are required, but you wanna make sure that people understand what they're voting for, so it's, balance, everything's balance.
John, give me a hint, what are some of the changes they're talking about?
Some of the stuff has to do with the ADUs,
ADU is what, just remind me.
Accessory.
accessory dwelling unit,
Okay,
so,
I hate acronyms, sorry.
yeah, there's,
Some of
It's
them
been a
are
couple
state
weeks now.
mandated, Steve, and
Right,
then
a
there's
lot of-
others that are being
Tim,
proposed by
did
the
you hear that I'm totally against TLAs?
I know there's a joke in here, Steve.
TLA is 3-letter acronyms.
You a fan of FLA?
What?
Are you a fan of FLA?
I'm a fan of AAA.
4-letter acronyms? We can go with 4 letters.
4-letter acronyms.
Triple Vega, touche or tushy.
Anyway, there's,
I think there's
yeah,
also
a lot of, there's
building
quite a bit of
on-
changes.
on certain types of roads.
Yep, there's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's, and it's a lot
There's
of
stuff.
cleanup. It's a lot of cleanup due to the legislative changes.
Okay, so it's the 14th, that's what day,
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
and where,
here,
at what time?
6:30.
Thank you.
Yeah,
How about that?
Fast.
yeah, good. I gotta catch up. I got a whole week to catch up. What's that, Steve?
That was my New Year's gift, that information.
Oh, thanks. I got a whole week to catch up on that meeting.
I relish the idea.
All right, facilities, you wanna cover that, or you want me to?
Sure, I got a lot to say tonight.
I'll let you cover the
Fine,
facility
thank you,
stuff.
John.
For master planning, we have not met again. I think the month of January, the subcommittees of the subcommittee are supposed to focus on putting together, subcommittees are going to be meeting to try to gather together more information, finalize some of the information that's in the chapters that's basically data driven. And then hopefully start wrapping up a lot of it in the springtime. And then by the end of the summer,
You hope I
it would
should.
present it to the planning board, and then the planning board, there'll be a public hearing about approving the master plan. Was that
Another public hearing.
another public hearing about the master plan? And I think the more important piece is after the master plan is complete, is creating more committees to implement and follow up on the changes. So that's all I have.
Good. I'm the liaison to the police department. The police chief, Chief Woodman, wanted us to know that the vehicles are all in service. They're all set. They've been very busy answering motor vehicle accidents. Naturally, it's been pretty slippery out. And Chief Woodman wanted us to know that we have been awarded the state LEOP grant. It's for local emergency operating plan. And ours hasn't been updated since 2017. It should be every 5 years. So the state will give us $4,000 towards that.
What is it, what's that called?
It's the local emergency operating plan,
Sounds good.
LEOP,
Local emergency.
local emergency operating plan. And it's to plan for, flood disasters or
It's a good
Any kind of
idea.
disaster.
any type of disaster, thank you,
Emergencies.
Steve. Exactly, emergencies. And Chief Woodman is the head of that department as
She's
well, or
the
emergency management. I don't know if you call it a
management.
department or not, but she's in charge of emergency management. So the plan is to sign off on that grant, accept it, and start meetings in January and February.
Good idea.
All that together. It's also come to my attention, or I've been asked many times about statistics for the police department. And so I thought I'm gonna take a moment. Recently, the chief has changed to a system that's calls for service. And that's really the gold standard of collecting information, detailed information, particularly for an area like ours. I'm very proud to say, and I think most of us know, this is an area of very low crime. It's a very safe area. But I thought you'd be interested in knowing, and I won't read it all, I promise, but in November, they answered 12 calls for animal control incidents, 3 burglar alarms, 9 disabled vehicles, 17 citizens assists, 2 assisting other agencies, 3 forged checks, 542 building and property checks, 2 brush fires,
Say that again?
542 building and property checks, 2 brush fires, 2 civil complaints, 13 civil processes, which I don't actually know what that means. Serving papers, I would imagine, yeah. 1 community outreach, 1 criminal mischief, 2 criminal threatening, 2 disturbances, 1 domestic disturbance, 1 structure fire, 1 odor investigation, 1 smoke investigation, 30 follow-ups, 1 follow-up for a medical emergency, 2 harassments, 1 illegal dumping, 4 larcenies, 14 medical emergencies, 12 medical emergencies with advanced life support, 1 missing person. How many? Let's see, 5 motor vehicle complaints. how many traffic stops? 62 traffic stops. 10 checks on open doors or windows in residences. 32 parking enforcement. 6 reckless operation, 1 residential lockout, 1 restraining order, 4 road hazards, 1 road rage, 2 suspicious autos, 3 sex offender registrations, 1 suspicious person, 1 suspicious activity, 2 thefts, 1 tree down, 3 trespassing, 1 unattended unpermitted burn, 2 vandalisms, 2 serving warrants, it's different, 1, 2, 3, 4 well-being checks. And
How many was
that's
that, well-being?
that's part of it. Well-being, three well-being checks. So there's more in here as well. I'm no expert on, modern policing, but I think I probably know more than a lot of people know about policing, actually. And this is just what I would want for my community. I think a lot of these they reflect that there's prevention and there's community involvement. And that's what we want. Right? And they're busy.
They're very busy.
They're busy. So there they are, and I'm happy to do this every month if the public is interested and the select board would like to hear.
I think it'd be great.
Okay, will do. Then facilities assessment, as I drone on. We last met on Tuesday, December 30th to continue discussing an addition to the fire station to put the police department in. We'll meet again tomorrow, Tuesday at 1:30 here in conference room 2 to review pre-construction and construction stages of the proposed new police department addition with John Ricci. And Ricci Construction built the fire department. So I think we'll get some interesting information from him. The facilities committee has really over the past 3 or 4 years has done an assessment of need, collaborating with the police department, with the town administrator, with the fire department. And I'm hoping that's gonna save us money. We really already know the feasibility. We'd like to look at adding it on, the police department, adding it on to the fire department. Originally, that was the plan, and I think we kind of missed the boat. It would have been a lot cheaper to do it back then. But I think we're gonna be able to save some pre-construction costs because of the work the facilities committee has done in collaboration with those other departments. So we're hoping to prepare a warrant article, but we will be meeting with Mr. Ricci tomorrow. And I know we hope to have that information in tonight, but we don't. And eventually a new committee will be formed to shepherd this project along, and the town facilities committee will continue to assess and advise on maintenance and upkeep of all town facilities, and we'll move on. So we'll keep you apprised.
Thank you. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I will take a moment just to say that Mr. Sherland is absent this evening, excused, and so is Miss White. She had something come up and was not able to attend this evening. Sorry, I should have said that at the beginning.
It's okay,
I could have reminded you.
forgive you.
You guys could have said it too. So on to the town administrator report. Do you have anything else, Charlotte? No?
That's
Okay.
enough. Thank you. Could I'm sorry, Steve, I can't hear you. Probably not. It's like pages and pages and pages. But I mean, you don't wanna put it all in there. It's pages and pages. Why don't I do that?
Thank you.
We can talk.
I mean, it gives the message that
It
you
does.
want.
It does.
They're doing their job, but it's really community.
I thought it was really very interesting, actually, and helpful to know where resources are going. So,
So the first thing on the administrative report is finally the new grader has departed from its last destination overseas. I'm not sure what that destination was, but it's on its way to the
It's
US.
not here yet.
At least it's
no,
on,
no.
it means it's officially on a boat.
Yep.
On a boat.
From
Uh,
where
Well,
to where we
it's
don't
not going
know.
on an airplane.
So it receives its final emissions and the blade installation and then is now officially en route to the United States.
So it's in the Pacific? I assume it'll be
We
Atlantic.
think, but we don't
There's
really
no
know.
GPS coordinator on it.
The Caribbean.
There are two action items she has is a motion to sign 2 petitions for licensed utility poles, which I know we have in our signature file, as well as a motion to accept the local emergency operations plan grant, which is a matching grant of $4,000. So the town needs to expend $4,000 to get the matching $4,000.
I don't know if you know, Tim, when it said it's a soft, soft match, does that mean that like an in-kind?
So the
Donation
time
of our
that is
time?
spent
Okay.
with the fire professionals that are there, police, Ellen, anybody else that's serving on the committee.
Great. So,
Right, it could be dollars, it could be time, it could
Right, I
be,
think it's a
it could
combination.
be work type
so any
thing.
kind of in-kind,
Right.
what I refer to as in-kind.
Yep.
different
Yep.
Language, I guess. Shall I make a
Do you
motion?
want-
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to accept the terms of the Emergency Management Performance Grant as presented in the amount of $4,000 for the LEOP update. Furthermore, the select board acknowledges that the total cost of this project will be $8,000, in which the town will be responsible for a 50% match, or $4,000.
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Alright. You want me to do the polls?
In front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wanna do
Let's
this.
see, alright, so I got some of it, yeah, I can do it, I guess.
Just a motion.
I make a motion to allow the replacement. So there's a petition for license of utility poles for replacement for pole number 850/9S
850-9.
slash 9S.
What is that?
It is on Stage Road, and the other one is coming up. Hurry up. I should
Be
wrote these
fine with
down.
just 3 pole replacements on it.
Yeah, I guess, if we're fine with just the pole replacements for Eversource, I'm okay with that too. That we accept the pole replacements petitions.
Yeah, just give the license numbers.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get the other number, here it is, where the poll number is, on this one is 854/11.
What is that?
And this one is on Raymond Road.
Thank you.
We've got a
I'll
motion,
second that.
motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Received an email from Resource Waste Services with a rate increase that's effective on January 1st of 2026.
Yay.
That's a modest increase.
What is that again, Tim?
1 second, Steve.
Thank you.
For Resource Waste Services. For waste management.
Recycle.
Waste management recycling,
Right.
the old rate was 5%, it's going up to 6%. In the Epping facility, and the Salem facility is going from 5% to 5.5%.
So what was it, again, what was it? The two were what?
Epping and Salem locations for waste services.
So so they're assessing us at a percentage of what?
The dollar of what the poundage that we dispose of,
Which has also gone up.
So which
which has also gone up.
Right,
Which
so,
changes. I don't know where that amount is.
Because of the quantity that probably went up the other 0.5%.
Well, no, it's nothing to do, well, according to what the letter says,
usually I would think it would be like an amount per pound or something, not a percentage.
No, I know what you
which-
mean, yeah.
Why did Epping and Salem get a 0.5% lower?
No, it's different locations.
I know it is.
Right.
Different towns. I don't even know why they put it in their letter.
I know, it does seem.
facility upgrades, So due to changes in environmental laws, regulations, and facility upgrades, the environmental charge for the New Hampshire facilities will increase to those new rates.
But the rates are a percentage. And that's what I'm asking, the rates are a percentage of what?
Again, I was assuming the tonnage that's
Yeah,
being
but that-
recycled, that's being sent there. But we can ask for,
But
we
what's
can
the
ask Alan.
basic amount per
Right,
ton, right? We don't
right.
know.
It's like, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. And I
It
don't
just sounds weird
have
that,
that information.
I mean, if they said the rates went up a percent, okay. But if the rates are going from 5% to 6%,
Right,
what does that actually mean?
Yeah, how much does that translate into?
make a note to have
Yeah.
Alan, we'll follow up the next meeting.
No.
There was correspondence from Mr. Charles Reed, who is here this evening, I believe, to set up a meeting, so he is here. Correspondence from Jay Vilchuk with allegations of racism, bigotry, retaliation, unprofessionalism at the Nottingham Fire Department. Would you like Ellen to draft a response? Or
Please?
do you have any input?
I think just that the allegations are taken seriously and have not been corroborated.
Yeah,
Which was
Looked
stated
at
before.
and- Yeah,
right, I mean,
we've already stated that, and anytime there's a complaint like that, we take it seriously, but we.
Racism, what else?
Racism, bigotry, retaliation, and unprofessionalism at the Nottingham Fire Department.
yeah, I don't know what to add to what
Yeah.
was already said.
Yeah, the allegations couldn't be substantiated and
But there was research done
right,
on that, so.
that type of behavior isn't consistent with our policies.
So it was, you responded or unsubstantiated?
Yes, unsubstantiated
That's how
claims.
she responded.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not sure she's responded
No,
yet.
she's going.
She hasn't responded yet,
But
but
she will. Okay.
but yeah, but you know, we take it seriously, but it's a repeat of a previous complaint.
Also received communication from Jay Vilchuk requesting for clarification, and Ellen did reply to that. And then Drummond and Woodsum sent a rate increase effective on January 1st of 2026, going up to $2.75 an hour.
Do you recall what the old rate was?
Believe off the top of my head, it was $2.50.
I had a feeling that it was something like that, but I didn't see it written in there.
Yeah, it doesn't say what the current rate is.
I feel like it was
What is
250
this? I don't know.
for our
No,
lawyers.
Legal,
For legal counsel,
Now I understand.
everything's going up.
When, how much?
$25 an hour, we think.
So
Mention
again,
Mulligan,
what's that?
did you mention the Mulligan report?
No, he did not yet.
And then finally, we did receive communication from the Society for the Protection of New Hampshire Forests, who oversee the Mulligan Forest. Just every year they go and visit to make sure that we are, the town, well, not the town as much as the trust, is complying with the parcel being in conservation. So everything seems like it's good.
It's done.
Great place to visit.
Yep.
It's
Brings us right to 7 o'clock, and I just finished with
Yep.
Ellen's report.
just
So-
like that, changed.
Right? Mr. Reed, would you like to come up?
Yes, my name is Charles Reed. I live on 97 McCurris Road. Haven't been to a board meeting in 30 years.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I've been living out there at that intersection for well over 50 years. I used to live in the Kelsey homestead, the 1720 Cape on the hill that Al and Kathy Matthews take good care of. I was renting that property and caretaking all the land around that area. And the owners came back from California and sold me the land across the street. So when I was in the process of purchasing it, there was a selecting meeting, and they asked me to come down to it, and I did. And Archie Fernald was the one in charge of the property. He was the chairperson of the board. And so he said, well, watch out, there's a well out there, make sure you keep it covered so no kids fall in it. And he said there's a Kelsey graveyard on the property. And old Jim Kelsey used to come every summer and put little American flags on the graves and tell me a lot about the history of the town. And Archie said, well, that graveyard that's out there, if you want to take care of that graveyard, we'll take like $15-20 a year off your taxes. And I said, okay, I was doing it anyway. And so all these years I've been out there taking care of it with chainsaws and
Where is this again?
the Kelsey graveyard on McCrillis Road. And
Kelsey, okay,
yeah.
thank you.
So nobody's ever taken any money off my taxes. And so about 10 years ago, I called Peter, who was the chairperson of the cemetery committee, and I told him, when are you guys gonna come out there? Because I'm lugging this lawnmower over these iron pipes and everything, because there's no gate on the graveyard. And it's about 3 times a year mowing this place and keeping it up. And I'm out there with loppers, keeping the wild raspberries out, and a few of these big 5-foot tall, 300-pound gravestones have fallen over. And when they fall over, they disappear. They just keep going and they get overrun. So I've been lugging them up and leaning them up against the fences. And when I talked to Peter, he said, well, the town got a hold of us and said to cut back on the maintenance of the graveyards because of budget cuts or whatever. And I said, all right. So a few years later, 3 women came out with a clipboard, and they said they were going to do an audit of the graveyard because it hadn't been done since 1936. So I said, well, let's go out and take a look. So we went out there, and so I told them about my dilemma here. And they said, well, there's no such thing as budget cuts on Kelsey graveyards. They're trustee graveyards. There's been money left in perpetuity to take care of these graveyards. And so now all of a sudden I get a tax bill this year. And the value of my property has gone from $138,000, the land, which I think is more than enough, to $215,000. It's a $75,000 increase. The front of my property is a wetland. This graveyard sits right in the middle of my property. And when I was gonna go build my house, the state came out to make sure that there was no house, septic, well within 75 feet of that graveyard, which, this is right in the middle of my property. So all of a sudden I'm thinking, what the heck's going on around here? I'm a state licensed auctioneer and an appraiser, and I have been since 1988. And when I get paid to appraise property, I do a cost comparison with what's available recently in the area. And I can look out the window and I can see 8 different house lots that have sold recently that I can look out the window and see. One of them is right next, borders my property, and that was 4 acres for $95,000. 3 house lots on Kelsey Road, all fields, pastures, level hay fields, and they were $75,000 each. 3 more house lots on Mill Pond Road, same thing, level hayfields, $100,000 each. So when I got this notice in the summer, I immediately called up the town to talk about something with somebody about an abatement, because I just feel it's a little bit much to go up well over 50% on 138 to 215. That's a lot of money.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you, did Avatar come back out to?
We were in the process of trying to meet up and everything. I work 7 days a week, I'm a farmer. And he did come out one day, and I'm loading up the truck to go to a farmer's market. And
So you haven't really had
just
a
no
chance to?
I sent pictures down to the town. There was a woman, I think her name was Nancy or something, and
Right.
she arranged for the pictures to go through the phones and stuff. And then I called Avatar 4 or 5 times, never got an answer back. Been down to the town offices here at least 3 or 4 times. And they were putting an urgent thing on it, and I said, well, these new tax bills are gonna be coming out pretty soon here. So I was doing what I could. So I figured, well, maybe it's time I come down and talk to you guys and see what's going on.
So I'll defer to my colleagues, but I know one part, at least is in terms of the perpetual care for cemeteries, that the trustees of the cemetery should, I don't know the amount left in that trust, but I know some of them have not grown very much over the years, sadly. That may not be true of the Kelseys, but there isn't a lot of money in perpetual care, which.
Well, we
It
didn't-
depend on the cemetery too.
Well, that's what I say, yeah.
Person interred there would have to put it in perpetual care and leave money for that specific.
Yeah,
But you can contact, and I'd be happy to look up their, contact information for you, to at least find out if there
Yeah.
is money in there that they should
well,
be
we
using
didn't
for
sign
that.
any contract with the select board and Archie and myself. It was just like a verbal
No,
agreement that we
I
agreed on.
I understand, and
I haven't been pushing the issue, but, I mean, I have my house to live in, not to sell it, and to put these values on things that I feel as an assessor are that's a little bit heavy.
well, I do know, I think we're all feeling, I think a 50%
Didn't like my
increase,
taxes
it
either.
happened to me as well. But am I wrong that this really needs to go through Avatar?
Well, it needs to go through the assessing it, and I know you've
Assessing,
been back and
right.
forth.
Yeah, I've been
The
trying.
abate- But I mean, we need a formal abatement request that is reviewed by Avatar, and then they, probably Chad would have to come out again to maybe walk the property and do a really deep dive into your specific property versus assuming it's something else. And then, I know you had mentioned that you have an unfinished upstairs, so I don't know if they are assuming I didn't look at your property tax card, but I don't know if they're assuming it's finished and that's part of the property value.
Yeah, it's unfinished, it's got insulation and everything, but
Yeah.
I haven't put the sheet rock out.
But
That
he
could
was
help you.
specifically talking about the parcel,
Yeah,
The land.
so
Yeah.
the land piece.
well,
And-
there's also they've got me down for a hot tub and I don't have a hot tub.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's,
So then that's, clearly
yeah,
something that should come off.
So typically what would happen is you make, and I know you guys have been playing phone tag, and I think you talked to him in December, was the last time you chatted with Chad, is probably just make an appointment to say, have him come out and tell him you'd like to make a formal abatement request for the property, so that way
Well,
they're.
that's why I called immediately when I got that notice this summer.
Mhm.
They said you got 30 days to contact us,
Mhm.
which I did. So that if I didn't contact within 30 days, then I'd lose the right to,
Right, but he did make an a small, but I guess it wasn't large enough to your, for the cemetery.
I don't even know what it was, like $10,000 in value or something. But to go from 138 to 215, I have lived here for all these years, and I have never in my life ever heard of a house lot in this town, 2, 3, 4 acres, single-family house lot, anywhere's remotely close to $215,000, unless it was on a lake, water frontage,
that's,
you know.
I
It's
don't know.
changed
It's-
sadly,
it's
there are a lot
sadly
Going right
of
for an acre.
$1 million homes now in town, yeah,
Well,
it's,
you
And
know,
unfortunately, it's starting to dive the other way. but
Yeah.
At the time of the reassessment, it
Right.
was. definitely on its incline.
on the
Right.
upswing. Yeah, I sympathize. But it really does have to go through the assessing office,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
so I
Yeah.
didn't, encourage you to work with Chad to get an abatement request completed and have him come out and take a peek and go through the specifics in your property tax card of things that are not accurate, to make sure they get reflected accurately, that will help potentially bring down the value of the property.
But he should be able to show you comparable properties
Right.
Yeah,
as well, you know, throughout town. Just to put you at ease to say, okay, yes, my property matches this more or less, and so.
we hear you, but unfortunately, we can't, assess your property. But I think if you talk to your neighbors, I think we've all seen similar
Well,
increases.
my neighbors, you know, I mean, I'm sandwiched between the person on the west side, filled in a swamp, buried toxic waste material, was caught by the DES. It's a GPS located toxic waste dump site where he was running a business it's in a residential neighborhood. A group of us neighbors got together, we complained bitterly about this behavior, and everything this guy wanted, the Board of Selectmen and the town administrator did everything they could to let this guy keep doing exactly what he was doing, okay? And then, after being caught for something that they put people in prison for, that's what the DES told me, the town still gave him 20-foot cut off from his 200-foot road frontage to make a road down in and create a pork chop house lot, and sold it for $95,000. And an elderly couple came by to build a home of their dreams right beside me. They built a beautiful home. They drilled a well. They drank the water. He got cancer and he died. And the DES comes out and finds PFAs in the water. This is virgin forested land that I caretook and selectively cut dead trees for firewood. And this person came in and destroyed this land. And now somebody's dead, and you can't say that this did that, okay? And now on the other side of me, friends of them, all of a sudden the other day, they stick over 100 porta potties out my window. 100 porta potties. This is a residential neighborhood. There's big trucks with the name of the business on them and everything. Any of you could just drive up to that stop sign on McCrillis Road and just look out the window and there's 100 porta potties. You know, commercial business being run right under my nose. And from what I hear, that they had said that they had gone around and spoken to all the neighbors and everybody's on board with this. No, they didn't. Nobody spoke to me about it. And they also go around and tell everybody that the town's gonna fine us $200 a day. No, it says right on the town's Facebook, no, we're not gonna fine these people for this violation. So, and my property goes up, this kind of money, and this is what's going on. I haven't drank a drop of water from my well at my house since this widow came next door and told me her husband is dead. Because if she's got PFAs in her well, my well is just a few hundred feet away. We're all drinking the same water that flows through the veins under the ground, okay? And the DES came out and tested her water for free, found the PFAs, and then turned around and said, but you have to pay the thousands and thousands of dollars for a filtering system that will filter out the PFAs. You know, this is what's going on here. We fought, a group of us got together, a coalition of neighbors, fought this man bitterly. It was 25, 30 years ago that this happened. They called a special town meeting we were yelled at, we were threatened and everything, and still the town let the man continue to do what he was doing. And finally, one day at supper time, I called one of the selectmen. All of them lived on the other side of town. None of them lived in our neighborhood to put up with what we were putting up with. And I said, he said, well, I'm having dinner. I said, I don't care what you're having. You get in your car and you come down here right now. He came down to McCrillis Road, and when he get out of that car, he put his fingers in his ears. He said, what is going on out here? He said, this sounds like a 747 taking off at Logan Airport. And I said, it's a rock crushing piece of equipment. I said, we're trying to stop this man, and you people won't stop him. And this is how we have to live. And he bought a payloader from the town of Milton that was just begging somebody to buy this payloader. It was a piece of junk. Smoke came out of it. He bought it from them for $5,000, brings it down here, puts it on the property, tells me that rather than putting good oil in it, he says, I just go down to the garages and get drain oil, and I put that in. And this thing, at 6 o'clock in the morning, that whole intersection where that stop sign is, that four-way stop is, was all blue. You couldn't hang your laundry out.
Mr. Reed, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to, that's 30 years ago. I'm sorry to hear that happened. It was before I even moved into this town, and so that's the first time I'm hearing all of this history,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I didn't know
There's
the
a
story.
lot more I can tell
I'm
you.
sure, because you got Marston up the road
I
too,
think
so.
I'm gonna have a meeting of the townspeople in this neighborhood to discuss what to do next about this PFAS in the water.
Yeah.
Because if they're in my water or her water or my water, other neighbors' waters, this is a real serious problem.
I wish you good luck with your
Yeah.
assessment as well. I know Nancy Reese is very helpful. You're mentioning Chad, and I think Avatar probably isn't quite as overwhelmed right now if you can,
Yep.
make some time to get together with them, and I wish you
You
good
probably
luck.
got more time now too.
All right, yeah, not so much farming in the
I
winter,
don't have anything growing.
this weather, yeah. So we wish you good luck. Let us know how it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Reed.
Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Talk to me sometime.
Finish with the assessment report, communications. I mean, the administrator's report, not the assessment.
Right, oh yeah, we do have the assessing.
Yes.
You have assessing items to attend to.
Okay.
Are they?
Make a motion
The
to
bottom of the agenda.
accept the abatement on map 4, lot 8.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
And a request for abatement on map 70, lot 83 and lot 85.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
An abatement,
And I'll make a motion to accept the warrant supplemental property tax on lot 70, map 70, lot 83,
And 85.
and map 70, lot 85.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And a certificate of yield taxes assessed in the warranty yield tax levy on map 63, lot 46.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That should take care of the assessor.
Good job.
And I'm gonna hand to you
Yeah.
the old signature file.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow morning.
Oh, geez.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot. You have budget committee meeting tomorrow night that you're able to attend.
Yes.
And then you'll be out of commission for a month.
Well, hopefully not.
A little bit.
We'll see.
So,
For a little
Just
bit,
no
I
excuse.
can't tell you, I know. I mean, I'm hoping to get back in the game before.
important is to get back and get healthy, so take your time.
Doctors and committee.
It's just an arm.
So you're able to attend the meeting tomorrow night?
Yes, I'll definitely be missing Thursdays.
Okay, so do we have anybody that would be available to attend a meeting
Sorry, guys.
Thursday at 7 PM? It's reviewing the School budget?
School budget, right? All speak at once.
Just thinking, I thought I had something on Thursday night, but
I got something Friday that I need to get up early for.
I can check, what do we got here?
It should be fairly short and sweet. Famous last words.
Right.
I hear Steve.
If I can do it, I'll be there.
Okay,
Okay.
so just let Ellen know,
So
or I'll email you.
Which budget committee we talking about?
Excuse me?
It's the budget committee.
Yeah, budget committee meeting on Thursday,
And that's for the school.
the school
Right.
budget, yep.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you,
See ya.
Steve. Appreciate it.
Yes, here?
Yes, 7 PM. And then the next one, is this the hearing? January 15th?
Yes, for both school and town. That's
The public hearing.
15th. I'm gonna try.
Which,
Um,
that's,
You will not be
Here.
here next week.
On what date?
Week.
Following week.
Wednesday, January 15th.
At-
I'm sorry, Thursday, January 15th at 7 PM.
Yeah, and it's gonna be both hearings, the town and the school,
Right, so we'll all be here anyways.
Both the school and
and the town.
yeah,
the
Yeah.
public hearings.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we'll all, you don't have to be here, cause I know I'll be there.
we should be.
We'll all be there.
You don't want me.
No, rest
you
up.
I
should.
can't get any
If
sympathy.
you could be there.
We need you pitching
you
next
know,
season.
If you could be there, great, you know.
The town
but,
softball team,
Yeah,
you're a star
right.
pitcher.
You know, hey, just a sling. You get a sling.
I got a sling. Another sling.
And then, so I'm assuming, since you really wanna go that next week, but the following week, there's a meeting on the schedule for the 20th. I don't know if is that a follow-up meeting?
That must be that's when they do the recommendations.
The recommendations.
And it's budget committee here?
Yes, these are all budget committee meetings.
I'm sorry, after the.
Just wondering whether they approve or don't approve.
I don't even have it on my
Well,
calendar.
it's whether they make it, yes.
I have
So
nothing
if
after the 15th.
recommendations for the warrant articles,
Yeah, that must be,
basically,
After the public hearing.
after the public hearing.
right. Because the town deliberative session is the
Unanimous
31st.
or
It seems like it's
42.
coming up fast, huh?
Really fast.
Isn't it though? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the other
All
one
of
on my
them from here
calendar.
on in should be fairly.
Yeah.
So just let us know if you're not able to make that.
Yeah, I'll keep
Okay.
you posted.
Okay.
We'll see.
We
Just
meet
don't
before
hold
that
it
one
to
anyway.
Yeah.
So,
No, we do not.
No, I'll
we don't
Definitely
meet before
be
the
in
third
touch.
one?
No, because our meeting on the 19th, that's Martin Luther King Day, so
Oh.
we're meeting on the 26th.
So this Thursday.
Yeah, it's like popcorn, all these meetings popping up.
They do 7
7,
budget committee.
yeah.
Thanks. I'm gonna pass this folder
I
back
really do.
to you.
That's,
Accessory.
Accessory dwelling unit.
It's a 3-letter acronym, Steve, that you don't like.
I hate them too.
Let's see.
Unit. A granny pod.
And then I know we reviewed the budget and there weren't any changes from our last meeting. And then
Yeah.
I know that Ellen's working on the wording for the warrant articles for it.
Yeah.
The police department review. Not review, but evaluation of the new police department location.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and hopefully we'll have a dollar amount for that tomorrow.
I hope so. I think we didn't take into consideration how much work we had already done. And Owen Friend Gray helped illuminate that as well, but what that means, hopefully Mr. Ricci will give us some kind of idea of how to proceed.
What's his name again?
I believe it's John Ricci, RICCI of Ricci Construction.
CI.
And
They built the original.
they built the original, yep,
This is tomorrow, right?
correct, at 1:30, yep,
What time?
1:30. Here in conference room 2, or maybe it'll be here, depending on how many people.
We need to schedule another meeting between now and the 26th.
It's the 15th is the public hearing. So it would need to be, I don't think we need to, unless there's any additional warrant articles. We went through all the warrant articles for,
We need to figure out who's gonna speak upon which warrant article.
right, at the deliberative, right, but we've got a meeting
Which is
between
not a
that,
big,
right.
So the next meeting of the board is the 23rd, right?
no,
No?
26th.
26th.
26th,
From this floor, sorry. 26th. That's a what day?
Monday.
Monday,
Yeah, because of Martin Luther King.
right.
so I
Mr.
think,
Chairman,
excuse me,
Mr. Chairman,
yes,
I have two concerns. When I looked at the agenda, there was the person from the state who's going to talk about the intersection of 156 on Ledge Farm, and the facilities, we're gonna talk about the police.
that was the last meeting.
Last meeting. He was here,
Already did it.
Yeah.
No, but it was, if you look, okay,
yeah, it was last meeting.
Yeah, it wasn't on the agenda for this meeting.
okay, I misread it.
Okay, no problem.
I haven't seen you guys in a year.
That's right.
No, since last year.
It's been a year.
And so I don't think we'll need another meeting. I know the budget we seem pretty good on, it's
Right.
just the warrant articles, and I don't think we reviewed all the
articles.
warrant articles. I think the only one that's in question is the dollar amount for the police department,
Right.
Right,
Everything
and-
else is-
And when is
If
that
we're-
deliberative?
The 31st.
31st.
31st. Yes, we can do
And the
that on the
school is-
26th,
Following
It's
Wednesday.
on Wednesday.
4th. Yeah. Unless something changes.
So right now, in the warrant article, we have $40,000 for the police station.
Oh, jeez, thank you. Oh, I did.
Why your arm is still good.
I did.
So we would,
All the
Oh,
other-
all of them,
all
thank
them.
you. John, you're such a stickler. Thank you.
All that legal.
stuff.
I did it.
So Charlotte, if you meet with him tomorrow and the amount is over 40,000,
Yeah.
that's when we would need to set up another
Oh, wow.
meeting to
Yeah,
adjust
and-
something.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect either because, well, depending on what we try to do, because basically the feasibility piece is already done.
Right. It's not really
The
feasibility.
Need
Right, we
assessment and
don't-
feasibility are done.
Right, right,
So
we,
we kind of just,
to start actually drafting plans.
Mhm.
That's what we need to do and how we,
I feel like it would be strategic to come in as reasonably as we can.
Right.
To just get the concept going and then eventually, go to a bond because we have a
right,
better idea. That would be more reasonable.
But if he says tomorrow, well, it's gonna be at least $100,000, we're gonna have
I'll cry.
some major adjustments to make.
right, either that or we have to like kind of figure out how to do it over
Yeah.
2 years or
Right.
Right,
something.
which we did talk about.
Yeah.
but we'll talk, yeah. We'll see one another tomorrow. So it should be very helpful and to find out what the original construction was like and what he remembers about any plans or not plans for police station. It'll be a good meeting,
We have a picture in the other room that
sort of an
Shows it.
outline.
shows that outline.
Sorry.
I'll pass that one back.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't signed any of it, I haven't signed any of it yet,
These
so.
need to get signed and then,
Yeah.
I mean, this, if you sign that, then Tim doesn't have to.
Probably only 3 clients.
Is it here or is it me?
Is cold in here, it's 66 degrees.
Yes, we might as well let him as the
We
chairman.
also have the air coming right from there.
He's our official signer anyways.
Well, budget committee, I sit over there, so.
Solely signed it.
Right, well, no, it needed 3, it looked like, or wanted 3. We need to sign.
I will do that.
Yep.
So at our July,
Yes, I know.
January 26th meeting,
This one's sitting there.
we'll finalize our prep for the deliberative session on who's going to speak to which warrant article. And then there'll also be a public hearing for the Reservation Road grant for the turtles.
For the
To
turtle
cover.
crossing.
Yeah,
Reservation,
You guys had talked about that before.
yep, we have.
If you want, you can list all the 4 Ninja Turtles.
Right. They're all over in Dover.
and then one thing that's not on here, but I'll mention to Alan, is I think the select board should probably follow up on the presentation from the New Hampshire Department of Transportation about the intersection as to whether or not folks wanna do a public hearing or how you wanna move forward with. If you move forward or you just do nothing.
Yeah, we can just,
At least discuss what we think.
Yeah, cause a lot of information I didn't have before, so it was a lot to think about.
not a big fan.
Well, I came in being a big fan, but then,
Chief had a few things.
He became less of a
yeah,
fan.
yeah, well, you know, you get all sides,
Right.
all
Yeah.
opinions, that's the idea, right? The intersection at Nottingham Square, like Farm Road and Deerfield and we were talking about doing a 4-way stop sign. But that didn't,
The state wants to do it and
Well, it's
Well,
not that
no.
they want to, they put together a proposal because there was a request to do something.
Right.
So they said
who
that,
made that request, by the way? Is that public knowledge? I'm curious.
I don't know.
Because I remember it was a dead issue.
Yeah, it was
And then
Owen
was
Friend,
revised.
yeah, Owen Friend Gray had put together the information, ran it by the select board in 2024. And then submitted
oh,
a request to the state to review the intersection and see if there should be any changes made
So it
based upon if there was a fatality accident.
took a year and a half or whatever.
Yeah, I believe it
Problem
was
is
two,
that hill coming up from Raymond, there's no visibility when
Right.
you
Yeah.
crest the hill.
Right,
yeah,
So putting a stop there, I think we're looking at more accidents.
yes,
Versus less.
and that's what's,
also the idea that
There's
trucks,
also, by the way,
What's assessment?
Steve, but also there's a hill coming up towards
way.
Raymond.
really both sides, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
both
but you
sides.
got good vision that way.
Not
you're coming
Going
around a corner and going
towards
up a
Raymond.
hill coming from Raymond.
I can see
Yeah.
500 feet down the road.
But it's a bad corner too, because you've also got the Fernald's driveway right there, so it's really a 5-way intersection. I mean,
They'll use
their
the
problem,
I would just
but
say
you
the
know,
select board should keep it on its
yeah,
agenda.
agenda to review
Yep.
and decide
Right.
whether or not you
yeah,
wanna
I
take
don't know,
public
I don't know
input
what the
or.
right thing to do is,
Yeah.
I really don't.
I know there was other intersections that.
Had more
requested reviewed.
priority.
Right,
Although that's sort of a different issue, right,
Right.
that we could press on, but yeah,
it's not like one's exclusive over the other, so.
Yeah.
Any other action items for our next meeting?
I don't think so. I think we're,
So we'll find out after your meeting tomorrow, Charlotte, whether or not we need to schedule.
Yeah, John and I will both be there in, and then, oh, are we supposed to, is there an update on Mendel Road?
I have not heard.
No, that's just on there because
It's been
I mean,
on
we're-
legal is following up on
Currently.
that.
Okay. Let's take-
servicing the road.
They're just waiting for their price increase to go in.
Raymond's not gonna do anything.
No, they've,
They
they're
made quite,
done,
No, it made it quite clear.
Yeah, they made it exactly.
So it's in our,
Very
it's in our
clear.
report.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Two on this one?
Does anybody
Two.
know, has the subdivision process moved forward?
No, it has not.
But we've done our part.
Right,
Okay,
that's
that's all I can.
in Dale's court.
Okay.
You know,
And I
it's
think
like,
Ellen was trying to get a meeting.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Dale should be pushing for that meeting. Not gonna happen.
So then we do have time for public comment, and then are we gonna go into non-public to discuss hiring?
We should just at
Yeah,
least.
just to okay
Provided.
that, right,
Yep.
that one.
So is there any public comment?
Happy New Year to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your services, town.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very
Your
much.
spouses are all thrilled by your work,
I don't know about that,
and
Steve.
they're not working against your re-election.
And my husband enjoys a nap when I'm here. Of course.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes, Robin.
Just get 5.
And you know the usual.
I know, it's just quick questions. So obviously it's the town beach because that's why I'm always here. So I missed the meeting that they talked about putting it in the warrant article, so I did talk to Bridget today at the rec department, and they said that it's basically no recommendations from them, that it was between the homeowner and the select board. So from what I understand from going back and listening, they're recommending going from a part-time gate attendant to 4 full-time gate attendants, so I just wanna make sure that that was clear.
Yeah,
Was
we
that-
wanna have all of the hours that is open covered.
Right, but that's not for full-time.
No,
not
it's
for
not
full-time,
full-time, it's
right,
not
for
full-time.
part-time.
This is like
For-
for part-time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Okay.
there'd be coverage.
So it was miswritten, so it's for part-time.
Yep.
But the cost is going from like 4 to 5,000 to 26,000,
Yeah, we'll cover
No,
all.
hold on.
Yep.
I don't know what.
Did you say
the amount-
45,000?
4 to
No.
5.
Oh,
Like 4 to
Okay.
5,000 for the part-time, one part-time.
right.
But there was no reason.
No, it
like,
wasn't
Not
It was not
45,000,
45,000.
4,500.
4 to 500.
4,500.
45,000 is what I meant, 4,
4
Or
to
two.
5,000,
Oh, okay,
yes,
not
yeah,
45, okay.
yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, from like 45 to 5,000 to 26.
And so what we're trying to do is the math.
She's trying to use her 3 minutes wisely.
I know, and it's not working.
You get an extra
as you can
26.
see. So was there a reason, I know there was data collected, obviously, but I haven't seen anything posted about the data that Nevea had collected during the summer for the reason by 24/7 needs to be covered with that time the beach is open? Was there a reason why?
Well, to have coverage there, have coverage at the end of the road instead of down at the beach. So that way if there is a young teenage woman, she's not down at the beach by herself without cell phone coverage. So we're gonna be moving that coverage. The recommendation is to move the coverage out to the roadside to basically being a gate attendant at the gate.
Okay, so
And
not
then
at the
having
beach
the coverage
itself.
while the beach is open so that that person.
They're gonna
No.
put one down there or just
No.
moving the coverage down by the road,
Moving the coverage at the
I'm
road.
not sure, but my understanding was it would just be by
the
the
trail.
road
by the
Yeah.
road.
to, watch the
And
trail.
also be responsible for
Right.
unlocking and locking the gate
Yes,
as
'cause
well,
that
so it
was-
would-
Yes,
Right.
Steve,
I
my
just wanna get the
cohort in
facts
crime,
right.
and I did that.
Okay,
I'd
and
rather
then,
not.
was there a reason, that the homeowners are now requesting full-time?
This is not the
coverage or-
homeowner's request, this is
Okay.
based upon conversations we've had with the police department, the rec department, and activity that happened there last summer. And the fact that the coverage wasn't what we needed or wanted or thought we were gonna be getting. She went back to school in I think it was early August, mid-August, when she called out sick, there was
Missed a
no.
lot of, there was
yeah,
no one to
there were
cover
times
for
that-
her, yeah.
So that's why we wanna have additional people, is to make sure that when it is open, it's covered,
Right,
that there's
4
somebody there.
people, 4 people.
You have coverage.
4
Correct.
people, but part-time,
So-
just
Part-time
so
to
there'd
cover
be
all the
coverage,
shifts, yeah.
yeah. To open
On
and
the
close and.
December 8th meeting, I know Charlotte, you had mentioned, I listened to it, I wasn't here, but I listened to it online. And you had brought up the question that if the warrant article doesn't pass, cause it's the first time it's gonna be in a warrant article,
Right,
what
what happens?
happens?
Yeah.
And to me, you said that, I guess the beach just doesn't open, so I know that's been brought up in the past. There was no, at the time, last year, we were kind of in the same boat. If no one had applied or that position wasn't filled, Tim, you had said, I guess the beach just isn't open. But is that your call? Is it the homeowner's call? Like who makes,
It's the
Is that-
board's call.
would that be the
I mean,
case or?
Well,
I won't
also-
even be on the board at that point,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna take responsibility
Okay.
for what the board decides to do.
But that would be the,
And whether, and it's a mutual signed contract. So
it
if
just said
either,
it was between the homeowner and the select board, so that's why I didn't know, was it the select board or the homeowner making that request? And I don't wanna misspeak for anyone.
No, it's the town.
So I wanna
It's the
get the
town.
facts right, I don't wanna listen to, I don't do Facebook anyway, so I just wanna get the facts.
Clarification, you're saying that if it, the part-timers are a warrant article, right?
Correct.
For the first time.
And if it doesn't pass, what would happen?
If it doesn't pass, potentially, that doesn't get funded.
Is that gonna be in the warrant article, so the voters, or is it just gonna be at the deliberative? Like, is it gonna be, so if someone doesn't go to the deliberative for one reason or another, and they show up for the warrant article, is it gonna make clear if this does not pass?
Well, that is what happens with warrant articles. If a warrant article doesn't pass, if the road warrant article doesn't pass, road doesn't get paved. If the warrant article for
Right, but you can't speak right now to what would happen.
I can't speak to what would
Yeah,
happen.
you
I can
know,
just
but-
say how warrant articles read, and if the warrant article does not pass, there's a no means no with your budget. Same thing with the budget, if if you have a warrant article for a certain project, for a certain item, like we had the one for the new grader. If the taxpayer said no to that, we can't purchase a new grader.
So then your answer is, if that doesn't pass, then the beach won't open. That's basically what you're saying.
I'm just, would it be, I have no idea.
Well, that's what's conflicting, you're
More
saying it
likely.
could
I
be,
mean,
but
the way I
then-
understand it, that's how it would be.
It's
You
certainly
don't
possible,
fund, you don't fund that piece of the budget for next year,
There's a possibility that it would not open.
if it didn't pass.
If it didn't pass.
Yeah.
So that's an important detail, actually.
It is a very important
yes,
detail.
it certainly is.
It is, and if
Yes.
it's not made clear,
I
like
agree,
if you
yeah.
can't even say it here,
Right.
how are the townspeople gonna?
Well, I think we would get clarification from legal as we do with any warrant article before we actually submit it.
Okay, so there's a possibility that things might change.
Yeah, we haven't even
Right.
written the warrant article
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't written it yet, we're still
I just-
Presented.
doing.
You know, you see
Yeah.
someone's blown.
But you should
No,
go
I
to
was
the
asking, yeah.
deliberative and bring that up.
And go to the
Yeah,
public
yeah.
hearing in a
Oh, I
week.
go, believe me,
But you know, back in
I
December.
suffer like
hey,
everybody else.
I was
out there.
asking that question, right? You know, so,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not,
No,
yeah.
so
I get it.
it was the police and the BOS. And what was the other one you said made that decision of going to
It wasn't,
four?
the BOS made the decision, it was based upon feedback.
Okay, feedback from,
From Nevaeh, from myself,
is that
Steve.
public, like, can we see those, like, was there an analysis made, or
Who else
like
were
you
we
have with
talking
the?
about? I'm sorry, what did you say?
So much like Charlotte came with the Fawn's report on the activities that happened with the police, was there some report made with Nevaeh's findings from the town beach from last year?
There-
That we would have
There
public?
were statistics taken, they weren't terribly useful because she wasn't there enough. You know, she had a lot of absences and there was, it was a lousy beginning to the year as well. She, couldn't be
There's a lot
there
of
a
reading.
lot, yeah.
I saw her quite often, I thought she was there a lot when I
Yeah,
was there.
no, there were a lot of absences, and then she went back to school earlier than we'd anticipated. I think there was issues of opening and closing the gate.
Yeah.
You know, Steve and I volunteered last year. I just wanna make that clear that we were not paid. There was some scuttlebutt about how we were getting paid, and I went, don't you wish, no?
Statistics I could get from Ellen, or like who has the statistics too?
They're probably,
Sure, there were statistics, cause we
we
just,
talked about it at one of the meetings, I don't know when. So
yeah. I mean, I know
they're
there's,
probably
her little
attached
sheet
someplace, right,
that
that
has-
sheet that had the numbers of people that were at the beach those days or
Yeah,
whatever,
pretty
that's all I
much, and-
remember it was.
yeah, and it was what,
And it was a lot less than I would have
A
hoped.
lot less numbers of people at the beach?
Right.
Yeah, it's never really overcrowded, parking lot's never overcrowded from when I go. So
There was
there's
a few
sti-
days when it was
yeah,
extremely
there were a couple of
hot.
days when it was really hot and there was,
I mean, I
but
never
like 2
fought to
days.
find a parking spot, that's what I'm saying, it's not like here.
There was a lot of out of town usage, more than I expected. But again, it was really hard to make, it was so little information covering so few days, so few time that I don't know how.
So the other information that you gathered, is there any statistical information on that, like you gathered from the police, do you have that written down, the information that you received? That I
I
could,
talked about it in public pretty
Yeah.
much, I think
is
we
it
have
at
to
a
go
meeting
back
that I
through.
can go back
I
to?
don't think there's one document that has, you know, all.
Is there, do you know what meeting that you would have discussed, cause I didn't see it on the
Well,
agenda
from
at all.
December 8th on.
No, it would have been at,
No,
right
No,
at
right
Sep-
afterward, yeah. I'm
September
joking.
through-
September,
I'm
October.
joking, yeah, cause
Right,
we
it
got
was
together right
probably-
afterwards.
Yeah, when does the beach actually close? Columbus Day?
No.
Columbus Day,
Oh,
no,
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
That's the state
Labor
park.
Day, September.
Right
Right.
after Labor Day, so it must have been the meeting after that.
Okay, so there was some results listed.
And
there.
you can call me Robin too,
It would.
I'll help look through, I remember.
Yeah, cause if I have to do,
I'll look
you
through
know,
the
another
minutes as
petition
well.
or whatever.
Or maybe the easiest way would be to go through the minutes that are on the website.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
What we're saying.
I'll do that.
You don't have
I
to
wanna
watch
go back
everything
and
for
listen.
hours.
That's where I'd focus, is like starting after Labor Day.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
'cause-
think you guys get right on it, to be honest, I thought
well,
you'd
we,
wait.
well, we learned our
No, we
lesson.
learned our lesson last
Yeah,
Well, to compile all that and get other information, but I'll go back and research, but thank you.
but I wish there was a, like a document that just, I think that's what we'd sort of
That's what
hope, that
our
we'd get
suspicion was.
more,
I offered
Like
to
real
do a spreadsheet
statistics,
for
but,
her,
you know,
but, yeah, they
um,
said they'd take care of it, so.
yeah, but it just wasn't enough
Yeah, I don't-
time there, coverage, I mean, she didn't work, you know, I mean, she couldn't work,
She wasn't
you
there
know,
July
like
3rd and
12
4th.
12 hours a day either, so she was there partial days on the days, I mean, this is no criticism of her. It just wasn't, it ended up being kind of a failed experiment in a way, because it just wasn't enough time to, you know, to get like stats per se, somebody getting
But
statistics.
there were enough instances that she had reported to Ellen
Yeah.
that, you know, where people were,
Doing things they shouldn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
not listening to her
That's
and,
true.
you know, going
And-
off the
And I will tell
beach
you,
and-
and I'm only speaking for myself, from day one, I was very uncomfortable with her being way down there by herself.
Yeah,
no
sometimes
cell
I'm right there
service.
by myself going, I always let somebody know, hey, I'm here, I'll let you know when I'm leaving, and
You
you
know
can
too,
get
but
cell.
you know, if something came up, I was very uncomfortable with that.
I always had cell service at the beach, so just so you know. I don't
No,
know
she
what,
did not have
I have
cell service.
T-Mobile, but I had service at the beach, I could at least text. We have worse service here at the town office. Tried to call 911 and I couldn't, I had to go to Liars. Seriously, I'm at the police station, I had to drive to Liars, cause his dog was wandering. We saved the dog, we rescued the dog.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
Turned,
Thank you.
thank you.
Alright, so do we have a motion to move into non-public?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to move into non-public under RSA 91 -A colon 3, Roman number 2, section B and section L.
Motion,
Second,
roll call vote.
aye, Steve Welch.
Hi, John Decker.
Aye, Tim DeBrio.
I, Charlotte Fife.
Motion carries. We'll be moving into non-public. Good night, Nottingham. After the conclusion of non-public, we will come back out to close the meeting, but there will be no more business done by the select board tonight.